First off, Stranger Things, we finally got that trailer for the final season, and I've been
Hmm.
itching for this trailer. I want to start things off with the music, man. They go to Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen. Queen is like my favorite
Yeah,
band. And
yeah.
this song is from the Highlander movie. This is actually from the soundtrack for Highlander.
Mm.
Yeah, about immortality and stuff like that. So to think Who Wants to Live Forever, this kind of like last ditch effort for Hawkins to survive, nails it. It's
Ooh.
just this beautiful, like sultry kind of a the second time I've used that word in this podcast. It's like beautiful, slow music that kind of is like it's just like going out in a blaze of glory, man. What'd you think about this
Yeah,
trailer?
yeah. So I think this trailer gave us a lot of clues when you're like kind of like freezing frames and really like examining it, and I would definitely love to get into that. But yeah,
Yes.
the music, like you said, is pretty much spot on because it's so, but it's slowed. It feels dramatic and
Hmm.
heightened, and a lot is at stake here. And some of like one things that I want to kind of get into is how everything seems that it's all or nothing, like you were mentioning
Yeah.
in this season. And some things I want to point out, which I mean, let's just dive into it, right?
Right.
I think we saw 11, right? It looks like she's going to get some more our new abilities. I think it was
Yes.
that big hop she had, and she did this like big shockwave thing that
Hmm.
push something. I don't know whether like it's tailored into that obviously yet. So it looks like an enhanced abilities for 11 for sure, making it feel like it's really that next level. Did you notice anything different from 11 besides just that?
Yeah, one thing I love about this season is the band's back together and her and
Hmm.
Hopper together again, and they just that's such a solid team. He provides so much that she doesn't have, and she fills in that hole from his missing daughter so much that like when those two are together, like she's about to do like some psychic cool abilities, and he's got that shotgun behind her. I'm just like I'm ride or die for these two. Whatever happens,
Yeah,
I'm going into the mouths of hell with them. So I'm just glad the two are together again. And yeah, she
yeah,
definitely seems like, the anime where they like always go up to that next level. She
yeah,
is
yeah.
that next level that you see in anime, final
Super
season
Saiyan
of Attack on
11.
Titan. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Shoot. Speaking with like her abilities, we're gonna see obviously it looks like a lot more combat, you could say,
Yeah.
violence combats. Because if that shot where the Demogorgons are jumping at the humans and they're just like
Right.
wailing like assault rifles at them, I'm like, whoa, this is not like the little Goonies feels anymore, right? This is
No.
definitely the encore.
Kind of makes sense
So I'm
that you
excited to
see
see
this in
that.
theaters now, huh? Now when you see that trailer, you're like,
Right, right.
okay, the theatrical release makes sense on that battle. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Now for that, oh, so you think maybe that's the last part of the season, right?
Maybe this trailer is just for the first few episodes, which if that's the case, then I'm even more excited because then where's it going
Man,
from here? You
yeah,
know?
right. With next, one thing that seemed kind of interesting to me, it seems like when we got the shot of Vecna with Will, it's
Yes.
obviously Vecna needs Will.
Hmm.
Now, I don't recall if that was explained before, so correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but
It's not explained before, and they said it will be
got it,
explained why Will
got
was
it.
kidnapped in the first place.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. So it does seem like obviously like Vecna needs Will, and I'm
Yeah.
very interested in like why, because
Mhm.
Will didn't show any signs of anything prior. He was just seemed like that missing boy from the neighborhood.
Right.
So it'd be very interesting to find out if there was something to Will prior to this.
Hmm.
Because then that would be something. Would you like that though? If they introduced
Yeah.
to something that wasn't explained before, that'd be very weird to me.
I like to think of Will as kind of the Anakin of this situation, right? Where there's
Okay.
like almost the force made him happen. Like he is a product of somehow of the Upside Down, and this entire time, because we don't know who Will's dad is, he died or something like that.
Hmm.
But this entire time, I like to think like Vecna or the Upside Down needed Will to be their gateway into our world in some way or whatever. And so he
Hmm.
needed that puppet, and now he's trying to get that puppet back.
Yeah.
Even Vecna, though, I don't know if you noticed his model has changed because he's been rebuilt since the fight from
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
season. Now he's a little bit beefier, stuff like that. Talking about like
Hmm.
Eleven's upgrade, I think Vecna got an upgrade as well.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Now with the like severity of this season, it does seem like finally that upside down is tearing into the right side up, you could say,
Yeah,
because he
yeah,
always like went down to explore the upside down world. Right now, it just
yeah.
seems like you got the tears in the streets or the parking lots wherever they were standing in. You see like the gates opening up. I don't know what you could say. So I wonder how much of maybe that leads into the fight scene with the AR. I mean, the people shooting the military or whatever, rifles at the
Yeah.
Demogorgons. It could be just one massive thing where they kind of break through Emergence Day, Gears of War. Just
Yeah.
saying. So, yeah. Is there anything that kind of caught your attention of how, gosh, like theatrical this season will be?
Well, I think like if we're talking about the military, I don't think they can deny it anymore. There's been a lot of secrecy and trying to hide
Yeah,
it, but
right.
now it's like with the military clearly surrounding Hawkins, that pressure cooker. I think the people of Hawkins are going to kind of create their own faction within the situation because you
Mm-hmm.
could feel that pressure cooker like under constant surveillance and threat
Mm-hmm.
from the upside down. Like that's going to explode right there. But then with the military, like you can't hide that anymore. They're going to try to. They can't hide it
Yeah,
from Hawkins
yeah.
anymore, but they're going to try to hide it from the outside world. But you know who we got on the scene? Is we
Who we
got
got?
freaking Linda Hamilton. We saw a quick little shot of her with a big old gun, like she's taking out 15
Yeah.
Terminators, ready to whoop some ass. I am so on board. Whenever I see her in like an action movie with a big gun, I'm like, we're fine. We're gonna be okay. If Sigourney Weaver pops out somewhere, it's done. I know we're safe.
uh, uh, this question to you: if they were to, and I'm super anti this because of what happened with the last Star Wars trilogy, but
Yeah.
introducing new characters when it should not be a thing this late into a series. Not a fan of that. But there's a lot of I've read comic books with the Stranger Thing comic books, and one thing that really gets my attention is one of the series leans heavily into the other children in the facilities with different
Yeah.
abilities, kind of like what season 2 was like. Season 2 is bad. But would that hamper anything to you? Would that kind of like, maybe it's too late for that? Or would you want to
Yeah.
see maybe additional children popping up with different type of abilities?
I don't think we're going to get other children to pop up because the only reason to do that is if you plan on expanding this world, in my opinion. I think
Yeah.
the fact that 11 is alone makes her special. And when you add those other pieces, you're like, she's not. And so, and with the fact that Duffer Brothers are moving to Paramount, I
Yeah.
don't think they're going to make anything else Stranger Things. They
Yeah,
could try,
right.
but that'd be silly.
Yeah,
So
because I'm
don't-
sure that's
I-
going to get into some legal things at that point, right?
Yeah. What do you want more superpowered kids?
So there was one story that I really enjoyed in the comic books, and I'll briefly explain it. Basically, she could kind of get a glimpse of the future. The parents kind of like abused her a little bit for it because then she was able to win the lottery for him, but she's inconsistent with it. So the thing is, she was there when the tank was created, one of the first ones to get into it. You get a little glimpse of 11 to be like, oh, hey, peekaboo, Easter egg. But one thing that I like is that she wasn't able to really do anything more with it besides get the glimpse. So they were doing an escape. She saw that one of her friends got shot by one of the guards or something like that. And then instead, she actually got in front of the bullet and essentially changed the future. So,
wow.
and that's how it ended, where like, she was able to make changes. She talked to the main guy with this white hair about it,
Papa.
whatever, I'm forgetting names. Yeah. So that one really kind of like hit me, and then that series actually led into season 2 where they find the one rebel chick, right? And
Yeah.
whatever.
Misfit
But
toys. Yeah.
that one kind of got me a little bit. I thought that was a pretty sweet ending for that, and I don't know. I think so. I think it'd be kind of neat, but I think I'm going to stick with what Star Wars was to me. It was like, why are you introducing someone brand new when it's the last movie? Like, come on, just get like what we talked about, get the group together and, put a bow on it.
Well, and much like Star Wars, some of its, more expanded and in-depth conversations are done through the books and through the comics.
Yeah.
So keep them there. Like, it sounds like that comic book is great. Make more of those. Make if they were to come out with a series of, horror sci-fi books, I'm all in. But to try to mimic I love Game of Thrones and will always watch everything Game of Thrones, but even I know it's like you guys got like one more main story coming out, and then you guys are really scratching the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
So
most
I don't
definitely.
want them to milk this out too hard.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see the group back together, frankly, because I know that them scattered is always worse. Like, they just don't function well. I mean, we see them be picked apart, but when they're together, it's so cool. I wish we could get Sean Astin back. He sacrificed himself, season, I think 3, and which is probably the best season in my opinion, but man, I'd love to get it back. He was so well cast. He's just such a lovable guy. Gotta love him.
Yeah, no, super looking forward to it. I think it'll be phenomenal. Again, watch party for the first part, and yeah.